Today, we will discuss multiplication patterns. Multiplication simply represents equal groups. When we look at products and factors together, we begin to see patterns and connections. Let's get started. In mathematics, you have probably heard of a multiplication table. This table is organized with the factors on the outside and the products in the center. To use the table, we start with two factors and bring our hands towards the center to find the product. For instance, if I were to solve 6 times 7, I would start at 6 and move to the right until I reach 7. 6 times 7 equals 42. However, today we will focus on multiplication patterns rather than solving problems. Let's start with the property of 0. When we multiply anything by 0, we get 0. That means 999 trillion times 0 would still be 0. Another fun factor is 1. When we multiply by 1, we get the number we started with. This is known as the identity property. To remember this, just think of 1 as a mirror for other numbers to look into. 7 times 1 equals 7. If 7 were to look into a mirror, it would still be 7. Let's shift our focus to multiples of 10. Looking at our tens, we can easily see that any number multiplied by 10 ends in a 0. How about 5? What do you notice about multiples of 5? If you say they end in zeros and 5s, you'd be right. Any number multiplied by 5 will have a product ending in 0 or 5. Let's compare multiples of 5 and multiples of 10. When looking at our table, I notice that every other multiple of 5 is also a multiple of 10. Because of this pattern, I can infer that 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 are also multiples of 5. Do you see the same pattern anywhere else on the multiplication table? How about 2s and 4s? Every other multiple of 2 is a multiple of 4. That is because 4 is 2 doubled. This is why you might have heard someone call their 4s double facts. For instance, 4 times 3. First, we double 3 and get 6. Then, we simply double 6 to get a product of 12. That means 4 times 3 equals 12. Double. Let's look at the numbers we are multiplying. Our factors. What happens when two even numbers are multiplied together? Remember, even numbers are numbers ending in 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. If you need a moment to think about it, pause the video now. When I multiply by even numbers, I get an even answer. What happens when two odd numbers are multiplied together? When I multiply two odd numbers together, I get an odd number. What happens when an even number is multiplied by an odd number? The answer is even. That means anytime we multiply by an even number, the product will be even. We will only get an odd number when multiplying by two odd numbers. While I pointed out a few multiplication patterns, there are many. Knowing some of these patterns and tricks can help you when it comes to multiplying in your day-to-day life. See for yourself what other patterns can be found in the multiplication table, and happy multiplying!